midnight tokers, afternoon hailers, and AM hookah smokers.
This is the AM Hookah Podcast.
This is the AM Hookah Podcast.
What's up, midnight tokers, afternoon hailers, and AM hookah smokers? This is the AM Hookah Podcast.
Here's your host, Matt and Adrian.
This is the AM Hookah Podcast.
Here's your host, Matt and Adrian.
What's up, midnight tokers, afternoon hailers, and AM hookah smokers?
This is the AM Hookah Podcast.
This is the AM Hookah Podcast.
What's up, midnight tokers, afternoon hailers, and AM hookah smokers? This is the AM Hookah Podcast.
Here's your host, Matt and Adrian.
This is the AM Hookah Podcast.
Here's your host, Matt and Adrian.
I need you to do it again because it
Yo, man, he's got all kinds of voices you missed out on.
Oh boy.
Oh my goodness. Yes. Time to be bad.
What is up, midnight tokers, afternoon hailers, and AM hookah smokers?
This is the AM Hookah Podcast.
This is the AM Hookah Podcast.
What's up, midnight tokers, afternoon hailers, and AM hookah smokers? This is the AM Hookah Podcast.
Here's your host, Matt and Adrian.
What is up, Midnight Tokers, Afternoon Inhalers, and AM Hookah Smokers? This is the AM Hookah Podcast, episode number 24, Season 1. It is the end of Season 1. Adrian, my friend, how are you doing?
This is kind of weird. I can't believe we actually finished an entire season of this thing.
I'm pretty excited.
Stoked.
It feels good to have gotten here. It feels good to have done all the stuff that we've been able to do with the different people that have been a part of the show. Honestly, like I don't know how we could have done this without the amazing support of all the people that watched us, all the people that were a part of the trip with the people that were guests, and then you as well. I mean, I have to give you a huge thank you because you did so much for the show. I mean, on a continuous basis too. With when I was gone, you did a great job filling in and getting guest hosts with you and stuff. So Adrian, honestly, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. No, it's been a blast, man. Cannot wait for the second season, but I don't think that's why we're here. I think we're here to finish season 1.
We are. We're here to
and do something really cool that we haven't done yet at all.
Oh my gosh.
Not even a little bit.
This is legit stressing me out. I think it's gonna be okay. So we are gonna have a very, very special call-in show, basically, is how this is gonna be ran. So we are going to be having guests from the actual community, our community that watch us very often. Sid, I tried to message you. Sid, please check your messages on Instagram and let me know what you think about that I sent you, because if you are able, I know it's like 1 o'clock in the morning or something crazy in your time. Let us know if you'd like to talk with us live on air for a little while, because we'd really like to do something like that. But I'm going to do what I can to get our very first guest onto the horn, and our very first guest, I'll go ahead and spoil it for everybody, is going to be Akeem. So while I get that all situated and worked out, Adrian, we had a couple of questions get sent in to me, and while we're waiting for him to join us, I thought I'd ask you very quickly, what was some of your favorite moments of the show in general?
That's a really interesting question. Obviously, the guest interviews have been insanely cool. Getting to talk to some people that probably I wouldn't have otherwise been able to talk to for an hour straight. I really, not to exclude you, but I really enjoyed the Hookah John interview that I was able to do on behalf of the AM Hookah Podcast. I love talking to some other reviewers. The Zach one comes to mind, even though maybe someone that wasn't me did most of the talking. I really enjoyed talking to Rob, just all the guests. And nothing really stands out because honestly, when we're sitting here doing this, it's the fastest an hour goes by for me trying to pay attention to what everyone's saying in the comments. By the way, what's up, everybody? Gustav, Sid, Paul, Dr. Noob Sauce, Akeem, and AM Hookah. I don't know who that is. No, but yeah, man, the whole thing's just been awesome. Trying to pick out one little snippet is it's been a bit of a blur, so that's a little bit difficult.
Yeah, I think that some of the funnest times for me have been hitting 150 subs on the channel. I thought was really exciting. I think that showed the growth that we were having. All right, so we're about to get our first guest to join us. Let me make sure that everything's going good. Let's see if he can hear us. Akeem, can you hear us, my friend? Maybe not yet. I believe he should be good. Okay, I see that you're on. Can you hear us talking, Akeem? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I
Uh-oh.
can hear you.
Okay.
Oh, there we go.
Adrian, can you hear him okay?
Yeah, I can hear him.
Okay, so we don't have video for the guests. I figured it'd be easier just to do like a straight, like sort of call-in type style. So we're only doing with the audio.
Now, I think.
Yeah, can you hear us okay?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, good. So I guess I first and foremost, I want to say thank you, Akeem, for giving us all the support. You are, of course, the original super fan. I hope you hold that title with prestige and with entitlement, as you should, because you've been with us in the dark days of the AM Hookah podcast. And I want to ask you a couple questions, and then I want to give you the floor for just a minute. The biggest question I want to know is, because you found us so early on, how did you find us? Like, how did you learn about the AM Hookah podcast?
Yeah, funny story. I was looking up some hookah videos, and I just happened to find you guys online. I was like, I wonder who these cats are. So I just click on the video, and I was like, it's like a hookah video kind of a thing.
Well, that's awesome. Obviously, you were with us before we actually started the first starting of the season. You were with us in the kind of like the beta time period of it.
Well over 24 episodes ago, which is kind of insane.
I mean, you saw when my office was garbage looking inside of it and stuff. I hope we've increased our production value a little bit. Do you think that we have a little bit, Akeem?
Oh yeah, you guys have gone from low budget kind of video to like high rise, and you guys are doing great, and I love your videos. So
well, awesome. We appreciate it so very much, Akeem. You have no idea. I wanted to give you a small bit of the floor, maybe, if you wanted to, and just ask us a question and talk with us for a little while. So the floor is yours. What do you want to say, Akeem?
Well, I would like to know, like, when did you guys like got this idea together that you wanted to start like a hookah podcast, and who came up with the idea first?
Well, you want to take this, Adrian, or do you want me to?
I mean, I'll take it because I feel like it's just easier to say. It wasn't me. Matt kind of came to me. He saw I'd paid attention to some of those videos on YouTube. I saw him lurking really quietly on some of the Facebook enthusiast groups and all that stuff. And he approaches me with this, hey, you have no clue who I am, but do you want to do a podcast? And I was just like, yeah, man, I'll commit to anything. So that's really how it happened. It was actually way simpler than you would think.
It was super simple. It was he commented on a couple of my videos, and I found him on Facebook, and literally I was just like, you want to do a podcast, man? And the rest is history, obviously. Getting him as my co-host, I think, has been a blessing in disguise, because I think we get along really well. We have very similar palates, other than the fact he doesn't like candy flavors, which is just weird to me. But yeah. So during the time that you've been watching, Akeem, what are some of the things that you've enjoyed about the show, I guess?
Well, I happen to enjoy the detailed conversations you guys have on bowls, the different types of hoses, and which shisha is the best and what tastes good to each one of you guys, because truthfully, everybody does have a separate palate for different types of flavors, and it's kind of cool to see different people's perspectives on either the same products or different products, and I really enjoyed it. And I've actually picked up some tobacco from suggestions from the people that are in the podcast and you guys as well. So I'm enjoying it.
That's awesome, man. You are obviously the very first giveaway winner as well. You won the Relix Bowl, and how have you been enjoying that bowl?
Oh, I love that bowl. I actually using it right now to smoke some
Oh.
Alpha Kama grapefruit. So
Ooh.
I love it.
Very, very
I am
good.
I'm honestly so angry I had to give that thing away because when I got it from Kyle, I was like, "This is a really good bowl. I love using this." And then like I hit a point where I'm like, "Oh yeah, I have to give this to someone." So I'm glad you're enjoying it.
Oh,
I'm honestly a little bit sad I don't have it anymore.
it's been an absolute blast to have you a part of the show as much as we have. You've been, I want to say you've made it to every single episode. I'd be hard pressed to believe that you weren't at least at the beginning of every single show that we ever had, and we've always appreciated that. That's why we call you the original superfan. How do you like that nickname, Akeem? Is it a nickname that you hold with prestige?
Oh yes, I hold it with pride and I wear it like a badge of honor. So
Awesome.
Good.
Well, we appreciate you so much. Is there anything you want to say to close yourself out?
just keep doing what you guys are doing, man. Y'all doing great, and I'll be there watching y'all.
Awesome. Adrian, anything you want to say to end it?
Just thank you. Thanks so much for calling in. This is kind of interesting to me, like talking to people that actually watch our stuff. That's weird. I kind of assumed these were all robots the whole time, so this is a little bit of confirmation that real people are watching this. Super cool. And thanks for calling in, man. That means a lot.
Yeah. One final question. I figure we'll have one question that we'll ask everybody throughout this entire session and stuff like that. What is your favorite flavor to smoke, Akeem?
Ooh, my favorite. To be honest, I'm actually going to have to say this Alpha Kama grapefruit that I picked up is the best so far.
Supernatural,
But I will
right?
have to say I do like the Alfaker grape as well. So
Oh, so you've never had
Whoa.
any ketchup batches then, I'm guessing.
no, I haven't.
Okay, you're
Luckily.
very luckily. I hope I didn't just
Every
jinx
single
you.
batch I get is just ketchup. I'm triggered right now. It's not good.
Well, Akeem, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for being the very first call-in for the AM Hookah podcast. I think it's the best way to start with the original superfan. And thank you for watching us for the entirety of Season 1 and then also for before Season 1 even started. Honestly, just absolutely enthralled to have you with us, obviously. So thank you so much for being a part of it. And I'm going to let you actually leave out of it so I can get a hold of the next person.
All right. Well, thank you guys as well, because you guys are the best. Keep it up.
Thank you. Thank you
Appreciate
so much.
that, man. Thank you.
Oh, we did it. We got one guest down. It worked out okay from what it sounded like. We're gonna have even more call-ins. Obviously, this is working, right, Adrian? Sort
Don't
of.
say that out loud. That's such a.
What?
This is a real risk for us. Like we probably shouldn't be doing this.
I'm glad
We're
we
playing
did.
with fire.
I'm glad
But let's
we're-
keep going.
We're not doing video. It's probably the best bet, I guess. Adrian, what are you smoking? What are you smoking?
Oh, get this. I'm smoking this hookah.
What is it?
It's I went with the Aviator. I know a lot of people saw my Instagram post and were like, a lot of people wanted me to use the Initiate. No, this is the Initiate. A lot of people wanted me to use the Aviator. I'm very confused. And I don't know why. I cleaned out my hookahs and my Initiate was all clean. This is the Initiate. It's all clean. So I set that up. I got the Limestone HJ Retro Harmony on top. I'm doing something which is kind of weird for me, which is actually using a heat management device. This is the Cloud Lotus version 1 because I find that it works better with quarter circle cubes because it does not have those raised portions that cause the quarter circles to fall over. And inside of it, I've got this like tabletop mix I did where I just used all my leftover Alpha Kama guava, all my leftover Alpha Kama gum mint, and the pineapple, and that's what's in there.
Okay, Akeem, you have to actually kick yourself out. You have to click the leave button so that you'll leave the chat thing, and then I'll get the next person in.
Alrighty.
Matt, you have to be clear about these rules ahead of time.
My mistake. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and start the call for the next person, and we'll see what happens there. For our next guest, we actually have another, I would say, a pretty close to an original superfan. Not the original, because that is only Akeem, but but somebody who's been around for a very long time and has been very supportive of everything that we do. Etch Games, you haven't missed anything very much yet. You just missed the most important call of all with the Keem, obviously. But we're going to be calling some other people, and I have some people in the chat that's actually asking for a call too, including Dr. Noob Sauce. So I think we might try to hit him up. Oh, we got our next guest on the line right now. It is our very good friend Tristan. How are you doing, my friend?
Shit.
I'm good.
Oh,
How
my-
are you guys?
So happy to have you on the show. A little bit of funny backstory. We've been pressuring Tristan, I have at least, trying to get him to start reviews. I want him to become a reviewer on YouTube so that we would have a reason to have him as a guest on the show. So this is your first appearance, but I hope we can convince you to start doing some reviews, if nothing else, of BCP, so we can have you on as another component of the show eventually as well. But Tristan, my friend, how are you doing? What are you smoking?
I'm good. I just woke up. I work the night shift, so I made sure to go to bed nice and early so I wouldn't miss the show when it's live. And I'm currently waiting for Cole so I can smoke some Alpha Comma Ice Lemon Mint, which I have really, really enjoyed. It's really good.
I'm glad you're liking that Alpha Comma. It's some pretty good stuff. I think it's great that we obviously are big fans of Alpha Comma here, and it seems like we got some Alpha Comma in some people's hands, Adrian. That's what it sounds like, right?
I would think so, although I think a lot of people now have that body connection, and I think we have very little to do with it.
Probably.
At this point.
So, Tristan, you've been watching the show for a long time. What are some things that you've noticed from like our growth or from the beginning and how things have changed a little bit?
I noticed some increase in quality. Got some nice images here. A really good logo now. You got increased microphone quality. It's all very great, and it seems like you're a little more organized with the show. You have stuff prepared, and that's great.
What have been some things about the show in general that you've enjoyed about watching?
I enjoy just all things hookah. That's why I'm in all the groups, and I like to listen to the discussion, and I like it when you guys talk to the industry insiders, so to speak, and the vendors and the people that make things, and we understand, what's going on, what's coming down the pipeline.
Very nice. Good pun there. Do you have a question that you'd like to ask us, Tristan?
Yeah, is your format or anything about the podcast going to be different in season 2?
That's a good question.
Ooh, that's actually a good question. Also, Matt, I love how the questions you're asking. This is really just us doing like market research and figuring out what we're supposed to do from here. I see what you're doing.
Yeah, exactly.
You're extorting our small fan base.
That's how I operate.
Matt, go ahead, man.
Okay.
I think you know about some of the things.
Yeah, so some things that are going to change when it comes to the show. I don't think the format is going to change as much other than the fact of I would say the biggest change is going to be we want to be as conversational as possible. We want it to be very unscripted and very natural and very honest at all times. And I think that we're going to really aim really highly next season for just complete transparency and just very, very conversational at all times. We want to make sure that, as usual, you guys, the people that are here for our live and everything are a big part of the show. You're the biggest part of it. And that's why we wanted to do this call-in episode. And I actually think, Tristan, correct me if I'm wrong, I think you're the one who originally suggested that we do a call-in show.
Yes, I did.
I believe that was the case, and I remembered that pretty clearly, and I think that it was maybe even like on episode like 1 or 2, and we very quickly said, you know what, that'd be a great way to end the season and stuff. So I'm so happy that we were able to come full circle and do this thing like we are and stuff. So Adrian, is there any other format changes that I'm not thinking of?
Just some minor stuff. We're working out some tweaks, some things to make the podcast run smoother, hopefully on the tech end. Maybe make this matrix that you're seeing a little as aesthetically pleasing as possible.
Yeah.
But really, we just want to have a much more refined version of season 1 with some more guests, maybe some repeat guests now that we have a little bit more of a format going, so we can really give those guests the spotlight that we really wanted them to have in the first place. Because some of the people we had early on, I feel like didn't really get the real bad technical difficulty side of the AM Hookah podcast, and that was unfortunate because we had some really cool people on here before. But other than that, I think what's really going to happen is we just want to do season 2 as like a really refined, easier to watch version of season 1. I think is the ultimate goal for season 2.
I think so too. Tristan, do you have anything Adrian, do you want to say anything to Tristan? You want to shoot out there anything for him?
Was that to me, Matt? I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
I was smoking and I could not hear anything.
Oh, I just said, do you want to say anything to Tristan? Is there anything you want to say to him?
Long live Mason Bulls. Does that apply? Is that a thing I should say? No, I appreciate you being on here so much, man. Also, just hanging out with Tristan and Hangs and stuff. It's kind of cool to have people calling in that we actually talk to on like a regular basis too.
For sure. Tristan, what is your favorite hookah tobacco to smoke?
Well, I think that kind of falls into two types here because my favorite overall tobacco is banana cream pie right now.
Mm-hmm.
So that's by Black Lava.
For a long time.
But as far as like overall tobacco, that's like my go-to like brand with all the multiple flavors. That's got to be Tangiers.
Tangiers.
My man.
Any particular flavor from Tangiers?
Right now, I'm really enjoying maraschino cherry. It's really, really good. Almost
Classic.
out.
Classic.
I'm
very
so
good.
excited because I just ordered my first 250 of maraschino cherry when I did the Tangier super packs from Hookah Shisha. I'm gonna get back to you with my thoughts on that because I know you've been talking about some good stuff. You mixed that with banana cream pie, right?
Oh yeah, it puts a little cherry on top of the banana cream pie. It's really good.
I'm gonna do that immediately as soon as I get it. That's the first thing I'm doing.
Very, very awesome. All right. Well, Tristan, is there anything you want to say? And then I'll let you go ahead and kick yourself out of the chat.
Yeah, last thing I want to say, maybe you talk about it when I leave. Can you give your thoughts at all about the hype going around about the new Starbuzz HMD?
Ooh, that'd be
that'd be a good idea. We should do that. We're gonna do that.
Yeah, we'll talk about that a little bit, and then I'll give the next call in for a little while. Why don't you go ahead and kick yourself out, Tristan, and then I'll get the next person lined up as well.
Have a great show, guys.
Thank
Bye.
you. Thank you.
Take it easy, man. I'll see you in Hangs later.
Okay, so what is your thoughts on the new Starbuzz HMD? How are you?
It has a thermometer. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but there's a thermometer on it. Like you can see how hot your coals are burning.
It's gonna make.
I think it might lead to a whole new world of like testing the heat output of coals.
Yes, I think it's going to bring on a whole lot of bro science is what I think is going to happen.
Yes, absolutely.
May not be a bad thing.
Sorry, what?
May not be a bad thing. I don't know.
Yeah, the thing looks heavy. I mean, I watched one of HJ's lives, and he said it is heavier than pretty much every other HMD he's had his hands on, including the MIG Razor. I don't know if it's heavier than the brass version, but it looks like a heavy HMD. Do we know what the starting price is on that thing yet, or has that even been leaked?
I want to say it's $30 or maybe $40. I don't think it was super expensive. I don't think it was like up in those like $50, $60 price ranges. Starbuzz obviously a very large company, so they have the ability to kind of market these sorts of things and keep the price lower because they don't have to depend on them, obviously.
Right.
So
yeah, it's got the Starbuzz name on it, so it's going to have some reach.
Yeah, far more interested in the HMD than I am the Carbine Hookah, obviously. So Starbuzz is producing something that I am interested in for sure.
Yeah, very interested. It's been a while since Starbuzz has put out something that I'm like, oh, whoa, hold on. Well, I guess the new version of the Made in America stems look really good. I love the paint jobs that they put on those bad boys. But yeah, the Carbine, I'm in the same thought process as you are of,
Yeah, Etch Games said that he thought it was about $45, so I think that might be it. Stricky Seacher says that's pretty cheap for a Starbuzz HMD. I agree, but I think luckily they're the one company that has the ability to market a cheap product and it not be a cheap product, right? I'm sending out the call for our next viewer right now. Hopefully he's able to join us pretty quickly. It's Daniel Partridge. He has a YouTube channel called Chef Dan's Hookah. One of my favorite.
Check it out.
Yeah, one of my personal favorite channels to go and check out for sure is Chef Dan's Hookah. Strictly Shisha's here obviously as well. Thank you so much for joining us, Zach. As always, we appreciate you being a part of the show. For the time that you're our guest and everything, and then also you come and you hang out in the chat all the time and stuff. So we really do appreciate that a absolute ton. Let's see. After we get Dan in, then I'm going to need to jump over to my phone real quick. So I'm going to have you vent for maybe just a minute. But we'll get Dan in here first. I guess while we wait for him to join, I'll say what I'm smoking right now. So I'm using my Like Smoke Hookah because I absolutely love it. And then I'm also I'm smoking two sherbet flavors that I mixed together, lemon cake and iced strawberry banana. And I did not know how this mix was going to go. I did it a while back ago. and I've really been enjoying it now. It has a lot of nice complexity to it with the lemony cake taste to it, but then also with that iced strawberry banana that I really dig quite a bit. So I think the flavors actually mend a lot better than what I originally thought they were going to. So I'm pretty happy with how they've all been made and everything. So it's pretty cool. Gus just said my hype for the NAR. I don't know what the NAR is. Oh, Made in America? Maybe he meant MAR. I don't know. Is it since the Starbuzz, that's chance a local shop might pick it up, making similar products for common later on the non-enthusiast circle. So something about I butchered that comment. I'm sorry about that.
Destroyed it.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out too many things, I think.
As far as the Phoenix HMD goes, yeah, actually, after watching, I think it was Zach's new review of the HMD, I was like, well, Zach likes this thing. And initially, I didn't even review it because I don't think it's a bad product, but I didn't have anything overly nice to say about it, especially at the price point, especially with the lid issues that we've been having.
Yeah.
But after watching Zach's review and seeing that he had good luck with it, I've recently started to use it in a few more sessions. And honestly, I've been using it a little bit more. I think it's a pretty good HMD, but I'm really trying to use it as much as possible because after seeing Zach's, I'm kind of inspired to try to put out a well-produced review on it myself.
Yes, he hit the nail on the head. I thought he did a great job with it. Of course, the Phoenix HMD is dropping in price, actually. I don't know if you heard about that, Adrian. And then the version 2 is going to be coming out with the new lid. And according to what I heard, anybody who bought version 1 is going to get the new lid for version 2 with their first one that they have. So I think that's a very good thing. Chef Dan, are you with us? It says that he's on my chat, so I'm just trying to see if he's here yet. Chef Dan, if you can hear me, please say something. Anything at all. We're hearing some sort of static right now. He may need to plug in some... Oh, there he is. Chef Dan, can you hear me? I can see him. I can, I promise.
You can see him, but you can't hear him.
Not well, I hear something. I don't know if that's him, though. Chef Dan, if you can hear me, please say hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Yes, there he is.
There he is. What's going on, Dan?
Oh, he just dropped. He might have to join back in.
That's no good.
We'll try to get him back in here again so that we can have him talk to us for a little while. But everybody heard him say hello, so there's his moment to shine. He's coming back in right now. It says connecting. We'll be talking to a whole bunch of people. Obviously, J-Rock, I'm going to be calling him here shortly as well, making sure that he's able to join us, and some other people if they're in the chat. Dr. Noobsaw said that he wanted to join us as well. As long as there's time, then I'd love to have him.
Not too much. I'm just trying to get this thing to work because my computer's...
Uh-oh, he's jumping in and out a little bit. Oh, man, I hope everything's going okay for you.
Yeah, really.
So, Chef Dan, I'm going to try to ask you a couple questions, see if you can hear okay. What are you smoking, first and foremost? I saw that you were smoking something. So what are you smoking, my friend?
Oh, no.
I see him. I think there might be a huge delay maybe between me and him or something.
Yeah, maybe internet connection is just crazy bad or something.
Yeah. Let's see. He's pushing some buttons trying to get things to work, I think. Hopefully we can get you working. If we can't get you working, Sid says that he wants to join, so I'm going to be hitting up Sid too as well. But we'll try to get Dan for a little while longer. Dan, are you there, my friend?
I'm here, but my computer's acting up.
Okay, we can hear you now. Sounds like it's an okay connection. Are you smoking at the moment?
I'm smoking at the moment. I am using some of the... Yeah, I think that's what it is, the internet service.
I haven't heard of that flavor. Are you smoking anything we have heard of? Oh no, he's cutting it out again. Oh no, Dan, we might have to leave this for another time when your computer is working a little bit better with you. I apologize because I really wanted to have you on the show. We'll give you a chance real quick. Can you ask us a question real fast?
This is the biggest downside with doing this is internet connections can be, it's a die roll, you know?
Chef Dan, can you ask us a question?
Oh no, I think we need to move on.
Okay. Dan, I'm so very sorry. It seems like it's probably not going to work this time around. I apologize, my friend. Hopefully we'll have you on in the future, though. Maybe as a guest. Yeah,
just
as a guest.
like a straight up guest, yeah.
For a reviewer and stuff like that. So why don't I have you go ahead and kick yourself off so that I can get the next person lined up for the show, if you don't mind. So go ahead and kick yourself. And then Adrian, I need to contact some people on Instagram. So if you could please vent for just a minute.
Yeah. I'm not good at just talking, so let's see here. Let's look at the chat. Rip Dan, poor Dan, Rip Dan, LNBO. Oh, that. Hi, Matt's wife. Yeah, just a lot of laughing at Dan. Be nice to Dan. Walmart connection. Jeez. Get a landline so we can call him. That's not the worst idea I've ever heard. Although dedicating a landline just to call in is kind of like, whoa.
I'd really like to do that. In the future, I do want to do that. But hey, I have some questions. Would you like me to ask you some questions?
Yeah, sure thing.
So this is coming from our good friend Eddie. He says, from all the brands of tobacco coming into the market, new or re-emerging, what do you hold in high hopes in terms of quality, flavors, and in the near future? I.e., what do you think might be the next Starbuzz?
As far as hookah tobacco flavors, or brands specifically, that's very interesting because unfortunately, no matter how good something is, for it to gain any type of reach like Starbuzz, they're going to have an insanely high advertising budget. And advertising for tobacco is already damn near impossible. So it's pretty difficult. But in terms of like raw quality, blonde brands that I've been keeping my eye on very closely are obviously Alpha Kama. I can't really get enough of that stuff. And Azur has been making some really, really good blonde stuff. I tried a little bit of Sorbetly, and I haven't been super pleased with the quality of the smoke, the actual tobacco quality, and how long it smokes for. I hear someone.
Yeah,
Thank you for trying to help, though.
Dan is trying to get back on with us. Dan, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, and I think it might be a little bit more of a stable connection, at least for audio. Do you want to ask us a question real quick?
Yeah, I think it's a lot of what everyone has asked. I mean, everyone has their beginnings in hookah, so I'm wondering what got you guys started in it?
Oh, that's a great question. I took the last one, so why don't you take this one, Adrian?
Yeah, absolutely. Illegally, very illegally. The cops would not be pleased if they knew what I was up to when I was like 15. I grew up in Dearborn, which is like very, very rich in the Middle Eastern culture. A lot of Muslims out here, a lot of Lebanese people. They really enjoy hookah out here as part of their culture. So when I was young, all my friends in middle school and high school were, they were from different Arabic communities, and they all smoked hookah. Well, more accurately, their parents smoked hookah, and they didn't really care whether the kids did or not because a culture thing. So I was just kind of exposed to it super early, and then I started smoking the stuff that the traditional stuff like Nakla, 2 apples, and then they do have Starbuzz out in Dearborn, so a lot of people would smoke like Mighty Freeze, which I guess isn't traditional, but they had it out here. And I just started smoking a lot of that stuff when I was way too young, like 15, and I did that on and off, and then like 2 years ago, I found my first YouTube review from Hookah, and then fast forward to here after watching more reviewers getting in the Facebook communities and stuff, and now I'm on this freaking podcast with Matt talking about hookah because honestly, I'm just looking for any excuse to talk about hookah.
There you go.
So that's how that happened.
I started smoking when I was 18. I went to a hookah lounge in Twin Falls, Idaho, and from my very first smoke, I was hooked instantly, and I wanted to keep on doing it, and it's taken me to some pretty extravagant places. I've been doing reviews for a very long time, besides when I came back into the fold. I did stuff before that with some other communities back in the day when it wasn't all Facebook that ruled the world and stuff like that. So I've just been doing it ever since I was 18, and I've just always been a big fan of it, obviously. What about you, Dan? How did you first get into hookah?
It started off with the home brewing thing. I had a friend who was moving away, and he wanted to get rid of some of his stuff, mainly all of his home brewing equipment. And inside one of his large brew pots was one of those little Chinese hookahs. Like, it was from Inhale. Oh. And it had a few of the gaskets kind of busted up and old and dried out, so I started to buy the parts to restore it. And then I find out a couple of days later about the first Hookah Expo worldwide. And that is literally pretty much it, because I started smoking with the herbal stuff. And then when at the Hookah Expo, the first one, I started trying the tobaccos and everything. And I, just like most smokers of hookah who hadn't tried it before, nearly got knocked on my ass on my first draw. So, but I started to get used to it, and I found that the flavor and the herbal stuff was really, really lacking. And I'm not religious, but however, I tried to give up the tobacco for Lent, just because last year I gave up fried food for Lent, and the year before that the same thing, and I couldn't get past 2 draws before I said, "Screw it, I can't do it. I got to put the tobacco back up there." And it's but it's actually been really enjoyable. I've been finding a lot of mixes, and it started out from home brewing. If I got all that stuff and I found a disassembled hookah in there that I tried to put back together, I probably would have not really got back into it or started it at all.
Oh, very, very cool. Dan, you've been watching the show for quite a while. What are some of the things about the show that you've enjoyed?
That you guys are very open about questions, responses, and there is literally and figuratively, I haven't seen one single bit of combat in any way, shape, or form.
Very cool, yeah.
And there's no negativity at all. There's always differing views, and there's no one fighting about it.
Yes, and I think that's something that we've always tried to bring to the table for sure. Well, we appreciate you watching us as long as you have, and if anyone has not gone and checked out Chef Dan's Hookah, please go and check him out on YouTube, because he runs a very good YouTube channel. I think it's the most improved in the YouTube spectrum of things, in my opinion. What do you think, Adrian?
I absolutely agree, especially if you want to. Sometimes the dude just puts out like a ton of videos in a week. It's insane.
Yeah.
And his reviews are very easy to consume. Also, have we asked him what his favorite flavor is yet?
Not yet. What was that,
Do
Dan?
that.
I say I've taken a step back from that because I realized that in 1 week I put up like 40-something videos, and I needed to draw it back a lot.
What is your favorite flavor to smoke, Dan?
Actually, I'm not into any particular brand or flavors, but I know I'll go off with the cons of it real quick. And I've so far found that I don't like pan flavors.
Okay.
It tasted like soap, but I tasted mostly fruity and minty flavors was what I like to do, whether it be Alpaca or KFC or anything else. Mm-hmm. And now that I've got Adrian here, I get to thank you personally for being one of the 3 that won the KFC, because since this is the last episode of the season for now, I'm smoking the last of the peaches and cream and moonshine mint that I got from you. Awesome. So I finally get to answer that. It's been really, really good stuff. So if I had any kind of favorite flavor or brand, it would be the KFC, because those are really, really good.
Very cool.
Underrated, honestly. It's actually really good stuff.
Peaches and cream is delicious.
I agree.
Peaches and cream is A-okay in my book. I'm going to go ahead and have you kick yourself off, Dan, so I can get the next person in now, okay?
Thanks for coming in, Dan.
No problem.
Appreciate it, man.
No problem. I hope you guys enjoyed the Kingdom and everything, and I will continue watching when you put them up. I'll talk to you guys next time.
Bye. Thank you. Oh, man, that was great. I'm glad we were able to get him on and actually have a conversation with him. That was really cool. I'm going to go ahead and get the next person set up.
And really quick, Strictly Shisha asked if there's any leaks for the parties announced at the expo, after parties. And then Badia's like, not yet, wink, wink. There is a pre-party at Vapor Hookah Lounge. It's a 4-hour drive, though. So I think that's more angled towards people who are driving down from California. Or over from California, whatever it is. I don't know what the West Coast geography is like. From Detroit, I know that I'm near Ohio, which is a problem. And I'm near Chicago, which is a good thing.
I just know that I won't be in town at that time, sadly. Otherwise, I'd try to make the trip probably. Let's go ahead, and I'm trying to get J-Rock on the phone right now. I hope he's paying attention to his messenger. If he's not, then hopefully he hears this call out right now. And then after J-Rock, we'll probably get Sid. And then we'll be trying to get Paul onto the show as well. And then Caleb and Dr. Noob Sauce. If there's anybody else that I'm forgetting that is watching that wants to join us, please let me know so I can make sure to make that happen. Let me see. Okay, so we will wait for J-Rock to join us in just a minute. Adrian, what reviews do you have coming up on your channel in the shortest time?
There were supposed to be 2 reviews put up, and then in editing, I was editing with these cams, which I normally don't do. I normally use studio speakers, and the audio levels were all screwed up when I exported. So right now I'm actually going back in and redoing the audio for those reviews. But there's supposed to be a Prestige Cole review already out and a Messiah 4 Seasons that was requested by Rami over on my channel. That reviews, they're both cut. They're both ready to go. The audio just needs to be redone.
Oh, okay.
And those are coming out. And then I'm pushing a couple more ugly reviews out. And then I'm actually going to be doing some, I'm afraid to, but Tangier's reviews. And then for anyone who doesn't already know, the Alfakr series is kind of an every other week thing. Sometimes I miss a week. It depends on, at this point, it's like I have to keep getting Alfakr, which is something that I have to work on because, like, I don't just get 50 grand packs. That's not how you do a good review, and that can get expensive. But I'm also going to start doing Starbuzz series on the in-between weeks. So I'm going to have some Starbuzz Blonde line reviews coming out. Not that I'm overly excited about smoking Starbuzz Blonde, but I think a lot of people really are. And I think it's really good to tell people what you think about it if you're a reviewer.
Very
so
cool.
You can't just always smoke what you enjoy.
So just a quick note to Sid real quick, who I'm going to be calling here shortly if we can't get J-Rock to answer here soon. But Sid, the way we're going to do this is I'm going to send you a link in the messenger thing. And when you get it, if you're using your phone, then you have to click the 3 buttons off to the top right corner so you can open it into a web page, and then you'll be able to say that you'll accept like the weird things that they, using the microphone and stuff like that. And then you'll be able to join us through there. I don't know if J-Rock is watching. Maybe he couldn't stay for the entire time. So do you want me to go ahead and try to hit Sid right now?
Yeah. Let's get whoever can come in. Let's get him in.
Yeah, and then J-Rock, if you're in the chat, let us know so we can try you again after a little while, okay?
And Eddie, Moyes, what's going on, guys? I don't think we've talked to them. Caleb, Eddie, and Moyes are obviously here talking. What's going on, guys? Let's get in hangs later. Talk shit. Talk mad shit.
As always,
whatever you want to, really.
Oh, J-Rock just said that he's trying to get on. I sent you a link in the Instagram, so whoever gets on first, I guess, is who we'll start talking to, and then we'll talk to the next one directly after that. So just hop on whenever you get a chance to. Let's see. Tristan just sent a question real quick. He says, if you need a question, very curious, what happened to Adrian's segment called The Pipeline? Adrian, what happened to The Pipeline?
Ooh. The Pipeline is an interesting thing that I'm trying to do, and I'm still working out getting some assets for it, some actual graphics and stuff. But mostly the reason I haven't shot The Pipeline is because when I start doing it, I want it to be like a weekly or bi-weekly thing, nonstop. And there's a lot of research that goes into it, so I'm trying to get a set. I actually just bought a table and everything for it. And I actually want to take my time and get it right. So I haven't been rushing The Pipeline since the 4 season episodes that I did of The Pipeline. I wasn't very pleased with the way that those turned out. I thought they were okay, but I think that I can produce slightly better quality stuff at this point. So I'm just kind of taking my time and making sure I have all my ducks in a row, because this is more of a informative thing. It's much more objective than reviews are. And I want to make sure that all the information is on point, and I want to make sure that all of the cinematography and everything is nailed down. So that's what's going on with that. I'm just not rushing it. I don't exactly have a date where it's going to start, but it's going to be by the end of the year, obviously.
Okay. We got Sid on the line right now. Sid, how are you doing? Can you hear us okay?
Hey, how's it going? Yeah, fine, thanks. How are you?
So awesome to have you on. What time is it for you, Sid?
It's 1:15 a.m.
Oh man,
such dedication, Sid. We appreciate
dedication
you.
or what? Yeah.
Every week you're with us and stuff. We appreciate you so much, giving us that dedication. Absolutely. And joining us. Obviously, where are you from exactly? Are you just in the UK?
Yeah, from Leicester City in England.
Okay. Very.
I don't know if that means anything to you.
I mean, you said a country that I'm aware of, basically. So
yeah, that's right. So somewhere vaguely in there somewhere.
Do you have a question for us, Sid?
Actually, I do. When's the match coming out?
The match? What do you mean the match?
The merchandise.
Oh, the merchandise. Well, we have T-shirts on teespring.com, though I don't know how they do international shipping. We want to do more merchandise for sure. We want to do like hats and different things like that. Is there any sort of merchandise that you want to see us do?
I guess wristbands, T-shirts, anything would be good.
Awesome. Okay, that'd be fun. You've been watching for a very long time, Sid. What are some of the things that you've enjoyed about the show?
Market research.
I think the easiest to say is the giveaways. The fact that a lot of the time I'm included. yeah, and just the general development of the show actually, and how it's become from a technical disaster to a smooth running show. Touch wood.
Obviously, that's all geared
boy.
towards me. Obviously, I understand that. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I wear that with a badge of honor. Adrian, do you have anything you want to say to Sid?
Sid, obviously one of the longtime watchers. Man, this is kind of crazy for me to hear from. Like, again, these people aren't robots. I was pretty sure it was just me and Matt in a room with robots up to this point. So this is really cool, and I appreciate you calling in. And I love your accent. And by the way, Matt, this is a man. You kept calling Sid a woman.
So sorry about that.
Apologize to Sid.
So sorry about that, Sid. My sister-in-law, her name is Sid, and that's the only reason why. And I apologize so much for doing that. I hope you can forgive me. So question real quick, towards you. You run an Instagram account. Can we pimp that? Is that okay?
Yeah, sure. It's not really really hot anymore, but yeah, go for it.
No, I want you do it. You tell us what your Instagram account is.
Well, it was doodle.cups, and I was really bored at work for a few weeks, and I started drawing on cups, and a lot of people liked them, so I just did that for a little while, and it's gone a little bit quiet because I'll be moving away soon. So yeah, that's about it.
Well, I hope to see more of your doodles on cups, though, because I definitely like the Titans one that you did for me. That was absolutely awesome.
Yeah.
I appreciated that a ton. What is your favorite flavor to smoke, Sid?
I think if I had one flavor to smoke for forever and ever and ever, I think it'd have to be alpaca golden mint. I absolutely adore that flavor.
Awesome.
That's an outstanding flavor.
What are you smoking
Honestly,
right
I think it's leagues above the regular line mint.
Yeah.
Yeah. What I'm smoking right now is it's a right confusing mess. It's alpaca mint, trifecta dark 30 mint, perfect lychee, and then there's alpaca guava and alpaca gum with mint on the top.
Oh man, a tabletop mix for the most part. Is it tasting pretty good?
Oh, it does. Yeah.
Very cool.
Good. Outstanding.
Okay. Anything else you want to end with, Sid? That you want to say to us?
No. When's the second season coming?
We're gonna take a 2-week break. We're gonna have a 2-week break, and then we'll be starting back up into our second season.
Which is going to be the same thing every Monday.
Yeah.
Yep.
Maybe
Sounds
some
good.
new
I'll see you then.
Maybe some new platforms. That's up for debate still. We're still talking about that, where we'd like to end up and do stuff at, obviously.
Yeah.
Well, awesome. Thank you so much for joining us, Sid. We appreciate it so very much.
Yeah,
if you guys,
thanks for having me. Take care.
Thank you. If you guys are looking for a fun Instagram account to go and check out, make sure you go and check out doodles.cups, because very, very cool stuff is done over there, and we got to convince them to get back into it.
Yeah.
All right, I'll let you go ahead and kick, and then we will try to get our next person on. So J-Rock was saying...
I'll leave.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks again, Sid. Take it easy, bud.
So J-Rock was saying that he's having some Wi-Fi issues, which I feel like it's probably my fault. At least that's what people are telling him. So let's try... J-Rock, you should have that link that I just sent you. Do you want to try again real quick? And then we will move on to our next guest after you. Let me see. I know we have another question in here somewhere, so let me see if I can find one real quick, okay?
I see that Chef Dan's Hookah, Christopher Cunningham, Panda Hookah Reviews. Interesting you say that. I actually just got the Panda Hookah Reviews sub on Pipe Dream Hookah, and I didn't know who that was, so now I do. So now I have a question answered. Has some good insight and conversation for Hookah. Talk to him, too. I'd love to have him on, honestly.
Let's see. There was a question that was actually asked in chat by Bad Badia. He said, "What is your ideal after party?" Adrian, what is your ideal after party?
Alcohol, like a lot of that, because we're all adults. So a lot of alcohol, a lot of hookah, a lot of food. I don't want to remember it. I guess I'm just skirting around the fact I want to get blackout drunk. That's really all the only qualifications for Pipe Dream Hookah. I don't want to remember the night.
Don't worry, I'll get you that way.
Outstanding. Me and Moise are actually going to drink Smirnoff Ice.
Yeah,
I
heard
confirmed.
He's just going to carry them in all of his pockets, and he's just going to kind of like hand them out, from my understanding. Like everybody.
We're going to watch Bollywood movies after the after party is over. We're not going to bed. Hookers and blow for Adrian. That's true. I wasn't going to go there on the podcast, but Tony already knows what's going on. Thank you, Tony.
Oh my goodness, this is an absolute riot. We're waiting for J-Rock to join us. He's trying the link again. Hopefully it starts working. If you're using a phone, like I said, you got to go to a web page to make it work. Question from Tristan. He says, "Can you tell us more about yourselves, Matt? Can you tell the story of your lounge and how you got into it, the journey, etc.?" All right, so I'll gaze this with a tiny story for just a little while until we get J-Rock onto the podcast. I used to own a hookah lounge. I actually owned a hookah lounge and a hookah shop. Oh, he said, J-Rock, go ahead and go to the next person. Okay, so I will start to queue up the next person real quick.
Who is
Paul. We're going to hit up Paul right now.
Paul.
Yes.
Yes, Booze. Strictly Shisha, I understand that you only drink liquor, which means I'm going to come find you.
So I owned a hookah lounge, and I got into it because at the time I had just lost my job being a radio DJ. It's my own fault. I'm very candid to admit that I was young, and I thought I was on top of the world, and I didn't think I could do anything wrong. Turns out you can. So I lost my job. I didn't know what to do, and I asked my wife. I said, "Hey, honey, I have this idea. I know it may sound crazy, but I want to open up a hookah lounge in our very small town." And unbeknownst to me, she was totally cool with it, and she said yes to me. And I was able to open up a hookah lounge. It was pretty exciting stuff. It really was. I had it open for 2 years. I got to do a lot of really cool, fun, exciting stuff. And then through that, a really good friend of mine named Ben, he wanted to do something with me as well. So I decided that, well, I wanted to open up another shop in Twin Falls, which is the next city close to us, about 45 miles away. And I opened up a hookah shop down there where we just sold stuff. We didn't have a lounge or anything. We just did purely selling hookahs, selling tobacco, stuff like that. And from there, we were able to start, just all sorts of fun stuff. Paul said, don't. I don't know what that means. Paul, can you join us, my friend? Are you unable to? If you are not able to, let us know. I had the hookah lounge open for 2 years. And after the 2 years, I thought I needed to stop doing it and get a real job. That was my own thing that I kind of told myself, like, hey, I need to go get a real job now. I was young still at the time. I was 20 years old. And I wanted to, I thought, do the right thing, basically. And unbeknownst to me, it wasn't something that I had to do necessarily. It's just what I chose to do at the time. And looking back at it all the time, I want to open up a hookah lounge. I think it'd be an absolute blast. Oh, we got somebody on the line. Oh, we got Paul. Paul, can you hear us okay, my friend?
Yeah, man. I can hear you.
Awesome.
What up?
Yo.
Oh,
you like my hat?
He's wearing his... Adrian can't see it, but I can. He's wearing his Superior Cocoa hat.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
I'm going to pretend to be fine with those coals for the next 10 minutes.
I love the design of those hats. Those hats look really sick, honestly.
They do look good. Is that actual wood that they're using?
They use leather.
Oh.
Really? Whew. Well, that's pretty bougie. Look
Very,
at that.
Very nice. Paul, first, thank you for joining us. Thank you for the support that you've given to the channel and stuff like that. We appreciate it a ton. I have to ask you, do you have any questions for us?
Let me see.
He's probably got a spreadsheet.
Yeah, no, I should have thought ahead with some questions. I guess let me see. What would you guys like? This is my question, like to almost everybody, I think. What would you like to see in the future of hookah?
Ooh, that's a very good
just
question.
the general future of the community and industry at large?
Yes. Or like new pipes coming out, new innovations, or but mostly generated towards, I guess, the community. What would you like to see the community evolve into?
Okay.
Matt.
Yeah, I for when it comes to like the community, I want to see a little bit less aggression overall inside the actual hookah community. I know this goes more towards like Facebook groups and quote unquote enthusiasts and stuff like that, but more for the fact that like I want to make sure that we all understand that we're smoking hookah because we enjoy smoking hookah and we enjoy the hobby that we've all picked up and we've participated in together. And I want to see, I don't want to say like brotherly love, but like I want to see everyone understanding like, hey, we do this because we enjoy to do it, and we need to go back and remember that a little bit sometimes. So I guess a little less hostility overall in the hookah community. When it comes to like hookah in general, things that I want to see are just cool looking bowls. Relic Bowls is doing a really cool job with that. They're making some awesome looking bowls. Paul, I'm pretty sure you won the contest on Hookah Enthusiast, didn't you? You won it, right?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you had the best
on university.
Yeah, you had the best picture in my opinion, Paul. I'm not even kidding you at all. Like, you made me feel something with that Wolverine picture with your face. That was so good.
There's a little bit of controversy on that because I was like trolling a little bit and I was like, yo, whoever votes for me gets put in a raffle for 250 grams of Afakama that I'm gonna buy for them. And not everybody really liked it, but they allowed it. So they're like, I think Tristan was like, "Hey man, you can't bribe people," and I was like, "They allowed it.
Yes,
you can bribe people too, bro."
Show me in the rules where it says you can't do that, right? That's the thing.
It's true. It's not in the rules.
I bet there will be a rule next time for it.
Just so you know, Caleb says you whore. So there's that.
I think you would have won even without it because it was my favorite picture. I thought mine was like okay, and then I like looked at yours again.
I like how you drafted me for yours, Matt. What the fuck?
So I was a little torn. I wanted to vote for your guys's and then Doug's, but Doug's was it was too good. So I voted for his. Was actually. Good. Family Matters one hit me in the feels.
I like Tristan's too.
Tristan's
sitting over here.
Yeah, there were some great ones. I mean, everybody did a really good job, but I'm sorry, when you put 90s X-Men into a picture with Paul's face, game over. Game over.
I wish I had like a sad face though, so it would have been like a sad face Wolverine, like in the meme.
That would have been pretty good actually. All right, Paul, what is your favorite hookah flavor to smoke?
Actually it shifts from whatever I feel like. So right now I'm like super into like summer flavors and kind of some like cooling effects. I tried to order a kilo of the Freeze passion fruit mango from Afakama because that's kind of my favorite right now. It's my go-to. I think it has like the best mango flavor in the market. And then, cutting it with that passion fruit is just kind of godly.
Awesome. Now, you've been watching the show for quite a while, obviously, too, and I know Adrian's going to say market research while he talks to his interns right now.
Market research,
But
yes.
I have to ask you, what have you enjoyed about the show so far?
You guys innovated a lot, right? Like, so just watching it kind of grow. I didn't realize how small it was when I first joined, because you're like, oh, we're doing a AM Hookah podcast, and I was like, yo, okay, well, I listen to a lot of podcasts, while I'm in traffic, driving around the Bay Area. And then I was like, okay, let me give these guys a go. It might be something. I thought you guys actually did it in the morning. I didn't know AM stood for Adrian and Matt until like 2 episodes ago.
We fucked that up so bad.
I guess so.
So I was like, why did these guys call it AM Hookah Podcast when they do it like 4 in the afternoon or like at nighttime? And I was like, okay, whatever, it's fine. It's good traffic material. And the fact that you guys do it live is kind of really entertaining.
Awesome. I want that as a banner now, just like good traffic listening to, like, just that sounds like a badge of honor for us to have. Just we sound good in traffic, basically.
It's Matt's radio voice, man.
Adrian, what do you have to say to Paul?
I don't know, man. Same thing. More people are calling in, and I'm kind of blows my mind. It's always good to hear from Paul. I think Paul, was in Hangouts with you earlier. So hi again, Paul. Thank you for calling in. Matt already asked you what your favorite flavor is, so I can't default to doing that.
Maybe I'll leave that for you from now on. Paul, do you have anything else that you want to say to us?
No, I hope you guys continue on with a lot of success in season 2. Bring on more guests. I like it when you guys kind of tackle kind of some of the hookah drama that's going on within the communities,
like
and kind of
awesome.
You guys put yourself as the conflict management resolution team. Tackling all that stuff. It's good. I think it's a good thing, and hopefully it doesn't happen too often where we have too much controversy going on with the groups. But I'd like to see increasing production, more fan base, of course.
Awesome.
And then more power to you dudes.
I know Captain Wetbeard isn't here, but anybody that's in the chat right now, make sure you go down there and you slap that like button around. Give us a like for the show. Let us know that you're enjoying this. Hopefully we can do call-in episodes again in the future. Paul, I can't tell you thank you enough. We'll have to play the duck game here real soon again. It's been far too long.
Or Deceit.
Yeah, man,
we can just play Deceit.
Yeah, or Deceit.
Yeah. Don't forget to hit that bell icon, dudes.
Yes, also,
my man.
Man, I love this guy. Hit the bell icon, and then obviously before you go, I have to show these off, my beautiful Paul tongs that I have. Can't thank you enough for them, obviously, but I'm gonna go ahead and let you kick yourself, and then we'll bring on Caleb for our next guest, and then
See you, Paul. Gentlemen.
Bye, Paul. Thank you so much for joining us, man.
See you guys.
Appreciate it a ton. Also, Little John, I see that you're out there in the world of the chat. If you would like to be a part of the show, I'd love to have you on here for a minute. Let us know if you would like to, and I will have you do a call-in as well, because I appreciate your support that you've given the show for a very long time as well, obviously. Anybody else in the chat that wants to be a part of this call-in episode, now is the time that we can have you on for this. So we're waiting for Caleb to join us for a little while, and while we wait, Adrian, my friend, I want to ask you, when are you going to get yourself a like smoke?
I am going to get myself a like smoke. I have no clue. I'm torn. I've been staring at 5-star Hookah because they have the Alpha Hookah, and I want it. But also the like smoke Hookah looks amazing. I obviously love that sleeve design. I'm sitting here wondering what my next Hookah is going to be, and I'm stuck right in between the like smoke and an Alpha. That's exactly where I am. And they're right around the same price range, too. So it's like, yeah, it's difficult.
So we have Caleb on the line right now. Caleb, how are you doing, my friend?
I'm doing wonderful. How's everybody doing tonight?
Doing good. So here's a little bit of trivia for the AM Hookah fans out there. The intro, our intro piece that we have is all Caleb. That's all it is. It's him doing a ton of different voices. We were on Hangs one night, chit-chatting away, and he started doing these voices, and we were having some fun going back and forth. And finally I was like, hey, could you like read our intro and do the intro for us? And he said, yeah, I guess I could do that. And lo and behold, we got this. Do you listen to that every time and you're just like, oh, that's me. I did that.
Oh yeah, every single time. As soon as I hear it, I'm like, that's me.
I absolutely adore it. I know I sprung it on Adrian like out of nowhere. Like he had no idea what to even expect.
It was perfect.
Yeah,
I wouldn't change it for the world.
We absolutely love it. Are you smoking right now, Caleb?
I am not. I'm currently at work.
Oh, okay. That's no fun. What are you going to be smoking when you get home? Some of your poo-poo mix?
I'm probably going to be going with the, let's see, lemon mint and a little bit of Mediterranean mint. Both of them from Trifecta.
Oh, that'd be a good minty flavor right there. I think so. Adrian, what do you want to ask Caleb?
I'm being distracted by people coming into my room studio while I'm doing this. So Caleb, did you already ask Caleb? I'm getting blanket ganked.
No, I have.
Did you already ask him what his favorite flavor is?
I have not.
What's your favorite flavor?
Oh boy, it's probably gonna be Tangier's horchata.
Tangier's horchata is a great one to pick from. I know you like to
I
smoke
passed
that
on that
for...
when I ordered my Tangiers, and now I'm regretting it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh man, that's a
Dude,
very, very good one.
Go out there and go get you some.
I want to get some.
Okay,
I'm gonna have to.
And then, do you have a question for us, Caleb?
I don't have really a question. I have more of a statement. I think this would be really, really entertaining if both of you were belligerently drunk. I think it would be amazing.
We could do an alcohol apocalypse type episode.
I need this in my life. I think this will definitely shoot you guys over what you guys need to be. Just
perfect. You know what? We're gonna do that. Whether Matt consents to it or not, I'm gonna do that.
I'm okay with it. I like this idea, Caleb. You're always the thinker. You always have these great ideas. We're going to have you come back for round 2 to do another intro for us maybe or something in the future. Can you give us your favorite voice that you like to do, Caleb? Can you please do that?
Hey, Kermit E is probably one of my favorite ones that I do.
Oh my gosh, it's so good.
Good.
I'm a big fan of his Obama. Have you heard his Obama? You give us some Obama. Tell us how much you enjoy, or tell us what you like about the show. You have not. Okay, so let me get this before we go into this real quick. You haven't been watching the show like since the very beginning. I don't know exactly when you started watching the show. What are some of the things that you've enjoyed about the show since you have been watching it? And if you could, try to do it in your Obama voice or Trump. Either one works. We're completely unbiased in.
The things I've enjoyed the most about the AM Hookah podcast is so far I've seen lots and lots of dispute in the AM or in all the hookah groups. and you guys have both stayed the fuck out of it. I just dropped the F-bomb. Oh,
we say fuck all the time. I say fuck all the time. Don't worry.
Okay.
Obama. A mix between Hank Hill and Obama, I'm pretty sure, is what's happening right now.
But basically, the most thing that I've enjoyed so far is you both have just a load. Like, you guys both see it from a different perspective. I enjoy it, like, whenever the Phoenix was a big thing, you guys both, you didn't throw in your opinions on it over, like, you just immediately didn't start hammering it like everybody else did.
Thank you, Obama, for enjoying the fact that we weren't very, very mean to the Phoenix.
Oh, amazing!
I appreciate that very much, Obama. Thank you so much. Caleb, do you have anything that you'd like to tell us?
Looking forward for some of the merchandise coming out. Definitely looking forward to the AM Hookah Podcast hat. I'd love to see that big old AM Hookah logo on the front of it, and I'd like to see this flourish and prosper as you go on with your second season.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. We appreciate it. You've been a very fun supporter, and I love the voices. I really do. Thank you so much. I'm going to let you go ahead and kick yourself from the chat, unless there's anything Adrian wants to say before you leave.
Just thanks for coming on, man. I appreciate it. Thanks for doing that intro, because honestly, I'm not sure what the hell we were going to do for an intro before that, so that's appreciated.
Yes.
And as always, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in Hangs later, so you can beat me at Duck Game. Duck Game versus...
See you all in Hangs, and hit us up on Facebook if you want to join the Hangs. We're always down for a new person to join.
Yes. Awesome. Well, I'm going to let you go ahead and kick yourself real quick, and then let's see. Okay, so we're going to have Moise join us in just a minute, it looks like. And until then, get out of here, Caleb. I know that you're just sticking around. Okay, there he goes. Okay, so I have something special that I want to present to you, Adrian. I was able to round up a bunch of the people that we've had as the guests. Obviously, we wanted to do this sort of guest thing as people who have never been on the show before. But we've had a very wide spectrum of people that have joined us for the show, and I wanted to do something very special as a thank you to you and as a thank you to all the people that have been a part of the guests. I meant to do this in the middle of the show and completely just did not do it, obviously. So we're going to do it right now. All you got to do is just listen for just a little while, and we're going to do it. So are you ready? Are you ready for this? Let me see if I can get this set up. Okay, here we go. Nope, that's not the right one. Yeah, it is. Okay, here we go.
What's up, Matt and Adrian? This is Derek of Moses Hoses. It was an honor to be a guest and join you guys during the first season of the AM Hookah Podcast. Congratulations on completing your first official season. It was a blast, not just being a part of, the process of making an episode, but also joining the people and tuning in and talking to you guys and talking to the people. It was a very interactive and fun way to do a podcast, and I look forward to what you guys are doing in the future, and I can't wait to be a part of more of what you guys are going to do for the community. And I think I speak for the community at large when I say thank you for all that you do.
Hey, this is Kyle from Relics Bowls. Congratulations, Matt and Adrian, on the first season of the AM Hookah Podcast. You guys killed it. I loved it from the get-go, and I can't wait to see what the next season has in store.
Hey guys, it's your girl Sally over at the Shisha Savage, and I just wanted to congratulate Adrian Hunter and Matt Descend from the AM Hookah Podcast on successfully finishing Season 1. Best wishes to both of you in Season 2. I'll be looking forward to listening.
Congrats to AM Hookah Podcast for going through the Season 1, an awesome season. We wish you the best from our Fakama family, and we're looking forward for Season 2.
Hey, I'm Dr. Noob Sauce, and I want to say congratulations to Adrian and Matt for completing Season 1 of the AM Hookah Podcast.
Congratulations, Matt and Adrian, on all your success of Season 1 of the AM Hookah Podcast. I can't wait for more Strictly Shisha collaborations with you guys. It's amazing to be on the show, and I can't wait for next season and all the great things to come. Cheers, guys.
Hey guys, it is Rob with Dude Where's My Hookah. Just wanted to call in and congratulate you guys on your success on Season 1 and all the success for Season 2. it was a blast being on board for season 1. You know, getting to talk with you guys, sit there and smoke, casual bullshit. You guys know how it goes. And definitely was really stoked to see all these different faces come on board for season 1. And I know with you guys, season 2 is going to be that much bigger. So thank you guys for bringing me joys on my Monday. And good luck on season 2.
There it is. I wanted to present that to you. I appreciate you being my co-host so much, and obviously all those people that did this with us. My goal was to make you tear up, Adrian. Did I get you?
That was almost. That was the coolest thing ever.
Why?
Whoa. How did you do that without me finding out? I basically watch every move you make.
I was really scared that somebody was gonna email you the voice clip by accident or something. So I was terrified that it wasn't gonna work the way that I was hoping it was. But you have no idea how much I've appreciated the support that we've gotten from the community, from the people that watch and listen, and just everything that we've been able to accomplish and do has just been an absolute blast. And I know that the show's running a little late. I hope nobody minds the show running a little bit late today. We have some more people that want to be a part of it and be on the guest line obviously. So we're going to go ahead and welcome our next guest. But Adrian, my friend, honestly, with the world between us, I love you, man. I do.
I love you too, Matt. That was beautiful.
I'm so
glad.
Thank
you for putting that together. That made my day better.
I'm so glad that our next guest we do not have a video camera for, because it is our good friend Moise, and he decides to never wear a shirt. So Moise, my friend, how are you?
I am good. Just shirtless. You know, got the raw recording right now so I can watch it a little later while I listen to you guys.
Hell yeah.
That's the good choice. Good choice right there, my friend. Do you have any questions you'd like to ask us, Moise?
So do you guys really like each other, or it's just like on-screen love?
Mostly on screen. I actually don't feel emotion, so.
I love this guy. He's been a very good friend of mine now for a very long time, and I don't think the show would be nearly as good without his dazzling personality and just everything that he brings to the show. It is an absolute blast to be a part of this with him. So it may be on screen for him, but it's true for me. It's true.
No, I absolutely love what you guys are doing. It's really cool. You said you want to do some more stuff. It let me shoot some ideas to you, and I really appreciate that.
I love being a part of the community, that's for sure. Adrian, do you have any questions that you would like to ask Moise?
Yeah, Moise, I'm going to default to my normal question because I'm still processing everything that Matt just put me through. But Moise, first of all, thank you so much for coming on and talking. That means a lot. Second of all, Moise, if you had to narrow down, what's your favorite flavor or favorite few flavors that you really like smoking on a regular basis? Because I don't think we've ever talked about that. Normally when we're hanging out, we're talking about other stuff while we're smoking.
Yeah, definitely. So I've actually added a lot lately. Paul sent me some banana cream pie, which for some reason I can't find in stock anywhere. But that 100 he sent me, I'm just making it last, mixing it with everything. Karma cherry I've gotten into a lot lately. I ordered 200 of Karma cherry and I went through that in a week. And definitely Alpha Kama guava and Alpha Kama watermelon.
Very good flavors. Moise, I have to ask you, what did you think of Money in the Bank? I know this isn't a wrestling podcast, so we're not going to make it long. Don't worry, guys. But I have him here right now, so I have to ask him. What did you think of Money in the Bank?
I was expecting 5.5, 6. I got a 7.5, 8, so I was pretty happy.
I agree. I would give it an 8 as well. I thought Ronda Rousey held herself pretty well.
Yeah, dude, and Alexa made her name, so
did.
Good for her.
That was very, very fun. Well, do you have anything that, you've been watching the show for a good little while. I don't know exactly when you started or anything, but what have you enjoyed about the show? We're just doing market research here at this point.
So I actually started later. After the whole Facebook drama with me, that's probably when I started watching. So it's been a little over a month. So I've been watching a little over a month. I love your guys' chemistry. I like that it's on a Monday night, so usually when people get off work, it's right there, for us to access. And I'm actually off today, so it's really good because I can actually watch and call in. Usually I'd be driving home from work at this time.
Perfect. That's why you already have your shirt off. I just assume you live your life without a shirt, though. Is that true?
No, that's how Vegas is going to be, though. And
cannot wait.
We cannot wait.
I'm gonna wear cargo pants with 8 pockets, Smirnoff Ice in each pocket, and no shirt.
Perfect.
Yes.
Everybody will know where the party is at for sure. All right, Moise. Well, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate the call-in so much, and I appreciate all the support that you've given the show during the time that you have been watching it. If you could, please, go ahead and kick yourself out real quick, and we're going to bring in our next caller.
Take it easy, Moise.
J-Rock
Take care.
Yes.
Thank you for having me on.
Thank you so much. J-Rock says that he's still trying to get in. So, J-Rock, keep trying to get in. If you can get in, then I will have you be the guest. Until then, we're going to move on to the next person right now. But do try to use that link again and just click it and see if it's working for you. I'm guessing you're able to watch the show, so you may be able to get some sort of internet going. I don't know what the best way to do that is, but if you are using your phone, try to hit that 3 button and get to a web page if possible, because I know that the phones are weird. They do weird things with it. But
especially Androids. Androids are really difficult to do stuff like that on. I don't know why.
Yeah, until he's able to, we're going to bring on our next guest. This is John, Little John. Somebody who I've known for a very long time, and he's been doing his own channel for a while. He stopped doing his own personal channel because he's actually working for Hookah-Shisha. This is not sponsored. Calm down, guys. But hopefully we'll get him on here in just a little while. Like I said, John, please hit those 3 buttons on the side, and you'll be able to use it if you're using your phone. If you're using a computer, it should work pretty much immediately right there. I know my notifications are causing problems with the sound. I don't know how to mute them because I'm not smart enough to do that. Oh, wait. Mute it for 30. Oh, I just muted it. I just muted it just now.
Look at that.
I got it.
We're already through the bulk of the show. You finally figured it out. Congratulations.
Yep. John is messaging me. He's saying, so I don't know if he can't get on yet. John, try to get on if you can't. That's okay. J-Rock says, I'm still watching it going off my data, but my data is not the best because I'm in a different area. Oh, okay, I see. So we're going to try to get John on. If we can't get John... Oh, it sounds like we may be connecting. Oh, there he is. Hello, John. How are you doing?
Hey. Hello.
Oh, man.
I cannot see you, but I can hear you.
Yes, we don't have video for this, but we do have audio. So glad to be having you onto the show. I know sometimes you usually join us a little bit, what's it called? You join us later in the show sometimes. But
like an hour late or so, yeah.
We appreciate you coming and saying hi when you do, though. We really, really do. John, what has life been like moving from an enthusiast to somebody who's working in hookah stuff?
It's a lot cheaper now.
There you go. I like
and
that.
Sometimes I see names every once in a while that are familiar and get to throw you guys some stuff, but nothing crazy. Cool. I get to see maybe more than some of you guys do. I get to look at all the shisha I could ever want every day. It's beautiful.
That sounds exciting right there. Are you going to be able to do any YouTube stuff here in the future, either with Hookah-Shisha or your own thing again?
Watch out for the Hookah-Shisha channel in the next few weeks.
Oh, cool. Okay. Very cool. Adrian, do you have a question for John?
John, I guess you already kind of covered my big question for you, which is how have you enjoyed the move over into working in the industry? I guess... elaborate on that. I know you work for Hookah-Shisha. I mean, all in all, how have you enjoyed working within the industry? Because that's something that I've actually been interested in trying to move into at some point in my life.
The thing that I'm doing right now isn't particular. I mean, you don't necessarily have to know anybody. I just got lucky and saw the application and came out all the way to Austin and did the interview and managed to get it. So, I mean, as far as, some kind of something like Chris Fernandez is doing right now, maybe you have to have the connection first. But, I mean, for me, it's just I'm lucky to have a job in the place that I have it, but it is at the moment just your standard workplace. Way better than any job I've ever had before, though, for sure.
Right. I would imagine.
Full-time with good benefits and stuff, which says more for the company than for me, but
yeah,
it's been good.
Etch Games wants to know, are you the one that's always throwing in the Ramon tobacco?
That's everybody, depending on what time we can do it.
We want to just think it's always you. It's always you loving the community.
Yeah, you can believe that. That's okay.
Sweet. We're going to go with that then.
What is your favorite flavor to smoke, John?
That's hard. I don't know. I've been telling you that I've been running down the stash recently, and I've been trying really hard not to open up this natural order that I've had for a little while, and I've I've had to finally crack it open. I'm all over Trifecta Natural Order and Awaha Mango Lemonade right now.
Mango lemonade
and
has surprised
Pond,
me
just
recently.
generally.
Mango lemonade is a flavor that I had like a long time ago, and I did not impress me like at all. I don't know if it was just like a really like old batch or something, but recently this new stuff that I had gotten, it's a much better flavor. I'm really impressed with the mango lemonade as well.
Well, and it's not anything crazy. It's just
good.
It's there. It's nice. It's subtle. It's not gonna knock you completely off your feet. It's just really good.
Yeah. Now you've watched the show for quite a while as well. I was just curious, what are some of the things, we're just doing market research with this episode basically. What are some of the things you've enjoyed about the show?
You get a lot of genuine responses out of people.
I like to think that we do
Which
it with
is-
our guests, yeah.
It's kind of similar to what Wade does with his, I guess now mostly B2 interviews, where he just manages to, get people to talk about maybe how they feel about community stuff, but also what's maybe coming up next. I mean, I want to say Nino kind of talked about some of the releasing stuff that he was doing with you guys first, right? With some of the newer handles and mouth tips and all that.
We got some good conversation out of Nino for sure, I felt. So that was very positive, I thought.
Yeah, that stuff is just cool. And seeing you guys kind of intermediate between some of the more ridiculous discussions that we have in these groups is also pretty nice.
We got a question from chat, Adrian. Do you want to ask him that? Or do you see it?
The Edge games, Caleb?
Yes.
John, do you like Alfakama?
I haven't tried a lot of it yet, but what I have is pretty decent.
Very good. You need to try the guava. The guava is such a good guava.
Or just skip right to Mango Passion Fruit Freeze.
That's good too, I hear.
I may go for the mango passion fruit over guava.
Oh, the guava's so good. You are not a fan of the guava kiss, correct? From the Tangiers?
I'm just not a fan. Or the guava kiss was kind of the only guava I've had so far that I've liked at all.
Oh, okay. Well, Tangier's guava is amazing, so I can only imagine adding that clove to it would be pretty good too. But I love Tangier's guava; it's one of my all-time favorite flavors by far. Before I let you go, is there anything that you want to say to us, John?
Good luck in your second season.
Thank you.
Thanks, man.
And I'm glad that you guys have been able to carry this through. Oh, also, Adrian, a while ago, right before I decided that it was time to stop doing YouTube, you gave me a shout out on your channel. So thank you for that.
Oh, absolutely.
I think if I was still doing it, I could be up to well over 100 because of you by this point.
Thanks, man. I'm glad you saw that, and honestly, I'm super pumped to see what you have going on with Hookah Shisha coming forward. Speaking of people that did reviews and are now with Hookah Shisha, what's it like to be in the same work environment as Smoker Pass?
Yeah.
I once had somebody ask me what it was like to work at Hookah Shisha, and then say immediately after, is it just people smoking hookahs and high-fiving Smoker Pass every 5 minutes? And yeah, that's pretty much all we do.
Sweet, that's awesome.
we have robots that do all of our nobody is actually at the customer service desk. We're all just sitting and smoking hookah and eating pizzas all day. So it's a pretty grand outfit. And Adrian, if you're still trying to get in the industry, come on down, eat some pizza, smoke some hookah. We'll high five Smoker Pass together. It'll be awesome.
That sounds like the best time ever. You count me in.
Well, you're invited by me for sure anytime. Just come on down. Awesome. Go ahead and move out of your house.
Sounds good, man. I'm in Michigan. It's a long flight.
Well, I will see you when you get here, sir.
Awesome, dude.
You're not going to Vegas anymore, are you, John?
I am.
Oh, you are awesome. Yes, there's so many people I can't wait to meet. Yourself included and stuff. I can't wait. We do have one more question for you, real quick, before you leave. Why is your name John Little John? That's the question.
That's my last name.
Your last name is Little John?
Yes.
Are you Indian?
The name is somehow. I'm not exactly sure. My grandfather had a decent amount in him, and if I look at pictures of him, you can actually kind of see it in him, but by the time it gets to me, it's pretty much gone. Some sort of Cherokee.
Oh, man. Okay, well, I assumed that it was just like a play on names or something. We're learning something on this podcast today.
Let me just kick something else at you. I'm a junior, so my cruel parents decided that a second John Littlejohn needed to exist.
I'm glad you exist. So that's awesome. I'm gonna let you kick yourself out of the messenger thing that I sent you, and thank you so much for joining us. Appreciate it a ton.
All right, thanks, Matt. Bye bye,
John.
Okay, so we have J-Rock going to try one more time, and I think J-Rock will be our ending guest as long as we can get it to work. I sent him a new link. I sent him something that I hope will work this time, and we're going to try it one more time. Then we'll be done. I know the show's lasted a long time, but man, this has been an absolute blast, Adrian. I couldn't imagine doing this show any other way besides. I told Adrian at the beginning of the show, I said this is either going to be amazing or it's going to burn the house down, and I think, Adrian, it's been pretty good.
Somehow the technology is working, and I don't know how.
I don't either. I have no idea. So as we wait for J-Rock to come on, do you have any plans for your 2 weeks off from the show, Adrian?
Honestly, other than like batch recording and stuff, it's going to be nice to be able to like have Monday.
Yeah, a little bit.
Have Monday off for a little bit. As much as I love doing this, I've got Monday, then Tuesday and Wednesday I record. Thursday I have a recurring thing that I do with my brother. Friday is the start of the weekend, and I usually do a lot of recording and other work things around that time. So it's gonna be nice to have like another weeknight for a couple weeks just to like enjoy and maybe smoke hookah off camera. Which it's weird because I can never seem to get a session as good on camera as they are off of camera. I don't know why that is.
So we have Stefan, who can also join. He said just now he actually just arrived back in America from Armenia. He took a 2-week vacation down there, and J-Rock is still not joining right now. I'm so sorry, J-Rock. We will have to have you on in the future as a guest because of my technical difficulties, and figure out a way to get this to work proper, because we need to have you on. I think it'd be a blast too. I'm going to send a link to Stefan real quick. Check your messenger, and we will see if we can get him on. And as long as we can get him on, then we'll probably end it there. J-Rock, I apologize so profusely, really I do. Hopefully we can have you on in the future, though, because I think it'd be a blast to be able to talk to you and your Fantasia love. I think that'd be fun to do. Maybe we'll do a Fantasia episode, Adrian, and we'll have J-Rock be our guest of honor.
I feel like if we have a Fantasia episode, we're going to have another guest that's not me.
He'll convince us otherwise, maybe. Savon, if you're using your phone, please hit the 3 dots in the corner and make sure you open it in a web page. That will be the best way to do it. And if we can get you going, then we'll get it going soon. Otherwise, I think we're going to try and end it, actually, just because it has been running for a little while, unless we can get the guest on, obviously. For me, when it comes to the 2-week hiatus that we're going to be taking, I'm going to be happy. My wife and my girls are going to be very happy to have me on Monday nights a little bit longer without me leaving to go to my office and stuff. So I'm excited for that. And then I'm also excited for the planning stages that we're going to have to completely contribute to season 2. We're going to have a lot of time that we're going to be able to talk and get ideas formulated and put together proper, and really, really hit season 2 hard, I think.
Yeah, I completely agree. That's going to be awesome. We're actually still going to be doing things where we have to talk to each other online, because we're obviously across the country.
Yeah.
We're just not going to be doing it live.
Yes.
So that's the only real change.
I almost wish that Hookah Expo was during like our 2 weeks off in some way. That way we could like enjoy like the relaxation of like the Hookah Expo before we need to get back to the podcast. But it'll be fun to do Hookah Expo during the middle of the podcast a little bit too, and hopefully we can get some fun stuff for the actual podcast to use from that endeavor that we're embarking on. So Stefan says that he's downloading the app. You don't have to download the app, Stefan. You should be able to just click the link that I sent you. But that's okay. I'm trying to think. Can we riff on anything for a little while?
Man, I love hookah.
Me too. It's so
I really like
good.
smoking hookah. You like hookah?
Yeah.
Chat, do you guys like hookah?
Yeah. Who's all still here in the chat? Are you guys smoking? Did you smoke the entire time? Did you trade out your bowls at any moment? Were you getting towards the end of anything? What is going on with you guys? How are you feeling? Thank you guys so much for joining us as much as you guys have, and the support that we've gotten from you is absolutely phenomenal, obviously. Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else to say. Oh, we got him. We got somebody.
Oh, wait.
We got somebody.
We got someone.
Stefan, how are you doing, my friend? How are you doing?
Is this thing on? Is it working?
It is.
You guys hear me?
You're on.
Oh, man. Stefan, my good friend. How was your trip?
Way too long, I'll tell you that.
How long were you gone for?
3 weeks.
3 weeks? Oh my gosh. How was the hookah? How was the hookah down there?
All right, so it was good, but no one uses foil, and everybody and nobody gave you tongs. So every time you wanted a foil change, they would come and change it for you.
You're not skilled enough to change out the coals yourself. You had to let them
You
do
know,
it. The experts.
I hear that you were actually the hookah legend while you were down there.
Yeah, so I went to a lounge up in like another part of town, and they asked me, could you pack, like I ordered hookah, and then they asked me, could you pack it? I'm like, what do you mean? They're like, we don't have a worker there. We have hookah, but we don't have a worker. I'm like, okay, I'll go pack it. I packed it. Next thing you know, they're blowtorching the charcoal while I'm packing. And I'm just looking like, yeah, that's really good of you guys to do, but you guys should use a burner.
Yeah, no kidding. How long does it take to light a blowtorch?
It legit took them 10 minutes.
Oh my gosh. And you have to hold it. That would get so hot in your hand.
Yep.
Oh yeah, they were thinking about
tongs.
microwaving it too. I'm like, no, don't microwave it.
What the
Don't do
fuck?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Imagine.
You should have let him microwave the coal. I wanted to hear how that went.
Stefan, do you have any questions for us, my friend?
Okay. I know you guys both attending the expo. What's one brand you want? Or I could use that question. What's one brand you guys see that can improve in the market? That's decent right now, but that they could just have a little bit uplift to the market.
Oh, that's a good question. Adrian, I'll let you go first if you have anything on the top of your head.
Right now, I guess we could use some more consistency out of Black Lava. I don't think they're going to be at the expo.
No.
But I think a lot of the brands that are newer, and I guess I could just umbrella this, but a lot of the brands that have come out in the last couple of years, whether it be Ezer, I think Alpha Com has actually been stellar.
Yeah.
I really don't have any complaints about them, and that's not just because Body is watching. But brands like Ezer, Black Lava, stuff like that, I think they could really work on having more consistent batches and stuff. And I'd really like to see Black Lava show up to the expo, but I did not see them confirmed.
Yeah, I don't think they are. I was actually going to say Azor, because I like Azor a lot, and I haven't had like really bad experiences, just the one with like the grow up pair, but I think that was more just maybe me. I really don't know at this point anymore. But I just love their flavor profiles, and I'd love to see them just come out with a lot of really cool stuff. And I think that they can really take the market by storm, honestly. I think that they're a really big dog player in everything, and I think that they're doing really good stuff. Also, Zomo, though they're not like negative or anything, I just really like what they're doing, and I want to see them do more stuff. I like their brand change. I like that they're changing it from like this like executive looking type boxes and stuff to like very fun and entertaining type boxes. I think that's actually kind of cool personally. So, Stefan, you've been watching the show for a very long time. I don't know if you were quite at the very beginning, but dang close to it, if nothing else. But what have been some things that you've liked about the show in the time that you've been watching?
Better camera quality and sound improvements. I'll tell you that. You guys, I mean, I remember first time glitching out and then hopping back on. Sorry for the technical difficulties. Like Matt's mic going in and out.
Yeah.
Like I remember that.
Bad.
We've made some pretty big strides in improvement, that's for sure, and I'm glad that people have enjoyed the fact that we've been able to do that, because I know that it was a struggle for me and Adrian for a while, and we both have definitely built our ability to do a better job, so I think that that's definitely exciting. Stefan, what is your favorite flavor to smoke?
That's a tough one. Right now, I don't know. It's gonna be either cinnamon cookie blonde from Missouri or TNT by Trifecta in blonde.
Ooh.
Very good flavors. Okay, well, Stefan, I can't thank you enough for the support that you've given us to the show and everything that you've been a part of with us, obviously. We appreciate it so much. Adrian, do you have anything that you want to go out on with telling Stefan?
Nope, just really good to hear about your trip to Armenia, man. I'm glad you got to do that. Thank you so much for calling in. Hopefully we'll see you a little bit in season 2 as well. And welcome back to the States, man.
Yeah, welcome back.
Yeah, thank you. I'll see you guys at the expo.
Yes, for sure.
Absolutely.
I think you were the first person's name that I ever messed up on the show, so you hold that distinction. I do it all the time, but you were the first.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
if you're not your first, you're last. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. I always remember, right? So, okay, I'm gonna let you go ahead and kick yourself off, Stefan. We're gonna do the ending of the show now.
All right.
All
right. See you guys.
See ya. Thank you so much for joining us.
Buddy.
Oh my goodness, Adrian, this has been a fantastic, fun show. I couldn't hope for a better ending for season 1. This is an absolute blast. Thank you guys so much for watching, participating, and sticking around as long as you guys did. Adrian, for until 2 weeks is up, where can we find you on the internet?
If you want to find me doing things that aren't the AM Hookah podcast on the YouTube platform, you can go over to Pipe Dream Hookah, all one word. Type it into the search bar, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell button, watch all my videos twice, and like them all twice. That's where you can find me for hookah reviews and stuff. And if you want to see some hookah content that's not on YouTube, go over to Instagram and Twitter. It's _Pipe Dream. And then my name is Adrian on Facebook, and I also have the Pipe Dream Hookah Facebook page up as well. You can go check out.
You can check out
Matt. What about you?
You can check out the podcast at AM Hookah, at AM_Hookah on Twitter. AM Hookah also has Facebook groups and pages that you guys can go and check out. You can find us on Instagram as well. Search AM Hookah. I don't have the exact name in front of me at the moment. Sorry about that. You can find me on Twitter at @OnlyMattDezen. You can find me on the Facebook groups all over the place. You can find me on YouTube at @MattDezen. And until next time, in 2 weeks, we will be counting down the days. Thank you guys so much for being a part of the show and for having us a part of your Mondays. We appreciate it a ton. Until next time, guys, see you later.
Happy smoking.